Hey guys, it's Arsh Ellahi, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the pros and cons of rent to rent, and more importantly, why you should be looking to take more rent to rent properties on and why now is the perfect time. Before you do that, I will need you to do me a small favor. Can you press subscribe down below and also press the notification bell? Every time I release a video, you'll get notified of it and hopefully you take away some golden nuggets from it. So let's get straight into it. People approach me all the time and say, Arsh, okay, you already own property. Why are you taking on other people's properties? Now, the very simple answer is because, first of all, I can. And second of all, is because I'm not tying up a load of money acquiring property. So just to give you an example, I'm sat in Liverpool. You've probably seen this apartment quite a few times over the last few weeks in some of the other videos that I've done. I've acquired this on a 7-year lease option where I pay the landlord a guaranteed rent for 7 years. Now, when you think of the psychology behind this, why would I guarantee to pay a landlord 7 years of rent? Because when you purchase a property, what you're doing, you're committing yourself to the mortgage company. So you shouldn't really be worried about your attitude to risk, because if you're looking to buy, your commitment is to the mortgage company. In the same respect, now your commitment is to the landlord. Now, the pros and cons of rent to rent is the fact that I don't have to type 25% deposits, not dealing with solicitors, not dealing with stamp duty, not dealing with finance and all that kind of stuff. Literally, when I meet a landlord, I can go shake his hand, have a look around his property, negotiate the terms, and as a result of that, walk away with the key. Now, when you're buying a property, there is no real negotiation. The mortgage company says, here's the terms, take it or leave it. Now, with the landlord, everything is for negotiation. The rent that you pay, the term that you take, whether you pay a deposit, whether you pay rent up front, whether you get a payment holiday, whether you get a rent-free period, these are all up for negotiation. The mortgage company says, you're buying a property, it's worth 100,000. We'll lend you 75,000, which is 75%. Here's the rate that we charge. Here's the term that it's going to be. Here's how much you're going to pay us every month. So in that respect, you're far more favourable working with a vendor that's got a property and that wants to give it you on a long-term lease. Now, you can put in the option to purchase. So anytime that you want to purchase that property within that period, you have the ability to buy at the price that you set today. So I'm going quite quickly here, so feel free to watch the video. And again, here's a little reminder. If you like these golden nuggets, please press subscribe and the notification bell. So going back to it, your commitment remains the same. Your risk to attitude should remain the same. If you're buying it, your commitment is to the mortgage company. If you're leasing it, your commitment is to the landlord. Now, let's look at the exit. If you own a property, or if you're buying a property, the only way that you can get out of that property is simply by selling the property, which means that you'll have to put it on the open market. How long is it going to take for that property to sell? Is it going to take 1 day? Is it going to take a month? Is it going to take 3 months? Is it going to take 12 months? No one knows, because you're reliant on a purchaser coming and liking your property. With a rent to rent, you can put in the contract what we can call a break clause. Now, within the break clause, that clearly states that you can exit the property by giving the landlord a certain amount of notice. That may be 1 month, 3 months, 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, whatever you've negotiated with the landlord. I've got lots of properties where I've negotiated a 1 month break clause or a 3 month break clause or 9 month break clause. Can you do that with a mortgage company? No, you can't. They'll say the only way you're getting out is by repaying us our loan. And as a result, that's how you'll get out. With a landlord, I can say, Mr. Landlord, this hasn't really worked out for us. I've done your property up to a decent standard. However, I do need to give you a notice. So therefore, I'm calculating my risk. I'm calculating how much money I'm putting in. I'm calculating the kind of cash flow. I'm calculating the kind of break-even point. But more importantly, I'm calculating my exit. So there's lots of little golden nuggets in there for you. So can you start to see the benefits of doing a rent-to-rent? So with rent to rent, you can deal with you can deal with letting agents, you can deal with direct to vendor. Now, letting agents may be a little bit more difficult to deal with. Landlords will be a little bit more fluid to deal with. And the reason why I say that, they're the people paying the mortgage. They're the one that's mentally and emotionally involved in the property. Whereas letting agents, they've got one of hundreds of properties on their books. So you'll get the best deal by dealing with the landlord. What's in it for the landlord? Well, let's look at it from their point of view. Now, if you watch a video that I did about 3 weeks ago when I took this property on, you'll see the condition of the property when I took it on. It looks nothing like what you see today. When we took the property on, we converted the property into a much higher standard. Now, why would I do that? I do that because I want this property to generate as much cash flow as possible. So therefore, I need it to look as best as it can be within a limited budget. I'm not going to go off and spend tens of thousands of pounds, but I am going to spend a moderate amount to make sure that the property will generate enough cash flow. I look at my break-even point. Now, with this property in particular, we only need this property to be occupied 3 nights a month for it to break even. That's crazy. 3 nights out of 30 nights in a month to break even. So that means that the rest is cash flow. I'm now making money from a property that I don't own. And more importantly, this property should pay us back within the space of 3 to 4 months. So what do I do with the other 6 years and 8 months? I make cash flow from it, and the cash flow that I use for the cash flow that I make from this property, I utilize then to go and buy more properties, which is more long-term, my long-term strategy, which my daughters and my family will inherit after I've gone, or within my, for those that don't know, I've got a 5-year time plan. So can you see the benefits of rent to rent? I don't pay deposits. I don't pay rent in advance. I'm utilizing my capital in better ways, creating a better product, which means that the landlord's property is now worth more, which means that when I'm coming to acquire the property, I'm actually purchasing the property below market value. I've gone very quickly there. This is more advanced stuff. So if you are interested in that, you need to know a little bit more, please feel free to reach out. Put a comment below and I'll answer it. Again, guys, here's my third request. If you like the video, press like. If you really like the video, press subscribe. And finally, if you've enjoyed the journey so far, press the notification bell. So, guys, as always, you can do this. There's nothing special about me. You can all do this. All it takes is a bit of know-how and a bit of negotiation. Go and start putting yourself out in front of all these landlords that have got all these vacant properties and say, guys, we can help you. And here's how. Make them and show them what you can do for them. As a result of that, they'll like what you do and they'll start working with you. Once you've got one property under your belt, it's almost like riding a bike. The first time it's a little bit scary. Second time you start to get used to it. Properties number 3 and 4, you're almost like an autopilot, and it really is as simple as that. So guys, hopefully you like that video. Short, sharp and to the point. I really hope that you've enjoyed that. If you like more free content like this, I've got a podcast where I give small snippets of information, 15 minutes, that we release every Tuesday at 6 a.m. It's called The Property Rebel. And we called it The Property Rebel because that's exactly what I am. I do not conform to the property norm. Go and find us on all podcast channels, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. As well as that, you can connect with me on social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Clubhouse, all under the handles of Arsh Ellahi. Finally, if you like deals like this and you want to see the different kinds of deals and you want to just get to understand what kind of deals are out there, have you downloaded the Property Investor app? It's the UK's first property investment platform, which showcases all kinds of deals all over the country. Whether you're looking for below market value deals, rent to rent deals, lease option deals, service accommodation deals, commercial deals, we've got them all on the app. You can go to our website, which is propertyinvestorapp.co.uk, or if you've got a smartphone, go to the App Store and type in Property Investor. It's completely free. It takes you approximately 2 minutes to download and register, and you will have all the deals in the palm of your hand. And it really is that simple. So guys, on that note, as always, I wish you all to be safe, well and happy. And here's my final reminder. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And please smash that notification bell. And I look forward to speaking to you all very soon. Thank you and bye-bye.